everybody. Welcome to another new wand video. New wand Wednesday. Struggling with what to name these episodes. New Wands Day has been taken, so I'm not gonna rip on that. But hey, you know what, man? If you guys have any suggestions on what to name these videos, yes, I am supposed to be the creative one. Yes, I am the creator of the videos. Like Vander's New Wands Wednesday? leave some comments below. Let me know. Let me know if you have a suggestion on what these new videos could be named, released. Currently, I'm aiming for them to come out every Wednesday, showcasing at least a few new wands each week. It is the goal at the moment, anyway. I have 3 for you today, and we'll take a look at those in just a second. I'll try to talk about how I made them, what I did with them. Maybe y'all pick up some tips. And I also have a wand making course that I've been shooting, so I plan to show a lot of my techniques and stuff like that in those videos. If you haven't checked those out yet, I'll put a link or a little box thing here in this video at some point, so go and check those out. They're still really in the early phases. I haven't really gotten into too much of the actual designing aspect of the wands, but subscribe, and tune in weekly. Again, plan to release those weekly. So, all right, well, let's take a look at some of these. The first one here that I have is, it's Black Limba. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. Black Limba, Limba. And it's a relatively simple design. Sometimes keeping with the old saying, kiss, keep it simple, stupid, or, I'm not calling you guys that, but maybe keep it simple, silly. Yeah. But here we go. It is, like I said, it's a relatively simple design. Okay. It's very blade heavy. It's very, it's not super long. It is about 13 inches, long. I think I did a light brown stain over this, or actually this might just be, I think that this is just the clear coat polyacrylic, and it naturally darkens the wood up a little bit. And then on this back part here, where there's the little separation right there, I stained this part of the wand, this handle part right here, a slightly darker color. Went in back in here and put these almost like tiger stripes, or just kind of texture marks with a wood iron. Just kind of burn those in there. And on the back here, that's the runic symbol for power or strength, based on a Google search I did. I don't, I'm not a linguist or something like that. I haven't studied, foreign languages and whatnot, but based on my research online, this is the symbol for power or strength back there. Even though this is not especially fat back here or whatever, I kind of consider this one to be a pommel heavy. So you actually hold it the thumb fits, right there really well. So when holding this thumb, and then you kind of it doesn't even go all the way, and it's just basically your thumb and your first 2 fingers here, index and middle finger. But it gives it a nice swishy feel to it, holding it back there. So that is this Black Limba. I really like the wood grain on this. I think it's super cool looking. Look at that. Look at wood grain. Yeah, that is. Which I got some more of this wood, and I have some more designs coming up with this. So stay tuned. Keep an eye. If you really like the look of this wood grain, to each their own. Some people might love the simplicity of this design. I like it. Other people, you know, of course, art is subjective, so not everyone's gonna like all the same stuff. But if you really like the look of this wood grain, which I do, I think it's an awesome looking wood grain. God, look at that. That's just cool looking. I do have some more designs coming out with this type of wood, so stay tuned for that. The next wand is an unknown hardwood. Density wise, it feels pretty light. I would liken it to the overall kind of feel of like poplar, which is a hardwood, but it's also like a very light, as in density, like it's a very lightly dense. It's not a very dense hardwood. There. So I put this kind of in the same ballpark. It's pretty light. But as all of you know, and I keep saying, I'm sure, you know, again, tired of hearing about it, but it just came from some of that free wood pile, that stockpile that I got from that guy. And so some of these ones, that the wood that I didn't purchase, unfortunately, I've yet to identify all of the types of wood. Anyway, so this one is coming right in around 12.5 inches. Here we go. I put a semi-gloss finish on this, so it does have a little bit of a shine. It's not a lot. It's not glossy. It's not super shiny or anything like that. I try to stay away from really glossy finishes or anything along those lines, or I've yet to try like a satin finish, but I think the satin might actually be more shiny than gloss. I have to double check on that. But the reason for staying away from some of those really high gloss shiny finishes is don't want these to end up looking like plastic or something, you know, or like really waxy. So try to go with a more subtle finish on some of these. And it's got this nice texture all the way around it that I put in both with a belt sander and a Dremel, like Dremel drum head. And then wood burnt charred this area here. So those raised areas where the wood's just a little thinner between each kind of concaved area burns, and it leaves these recessed areas kind of unaffected. Let's see here. There we go. And the char, you know, like fades off right around here where the blade goes. This is probably about where the guard area would be. This is the handle. I think that the hold on this it's very comfortable in the hand, for one thing. I really like the shape of it. I like the different curved aspects, and it overall kind of goes straight out here, relative, of course, to the bend in the rest of it. But it does, as far as like aiming, you know, I really like it. I think it's neat. It's, again, pretty simple design, but got that kind of rustic, almost old world look to it, you know, not super fancy as far as like, you know, a whole lot of going on with it. It's not overly busy, I guess. So there's that one. Yeah. This next one, again, I wish I could tell you what it is. I've looked up different woods online. I've looked into like mahogany. I've looked at African mahogany. I might have some African mahogany down in my stockpile. I don't know that this one is that. It might be mahogany, for all I know. In any case, let's see. It's about 13 inches, and in any case, whatever this is, it's man, it is super, like, you can feel it in your hand, the density of this wood. It's a dense wood. There we go. Wood burnt the back handle here. And then just, I don't think I stained, this wasn't a stain, this was just a clear coat on the front here. So this is the natural wood color up front here. And again, another one with like a really cool wood grain, in my opinion. And then this area back here, it's not a spiral, it's like rings almost. So it doesn't coil around, it's just different like sections. But to me, how it ended up looking, which I don't know that was the intent when I started out with this, is almost like kind of like a horn, really. It almost looks like some fantasy creature horn or something, right? And I don't know. It, like I said, it's very dense. It is. That's one of the nice things about some of these hardwoods, you know, over the replicas like cast resin or things along those lines, is that those feel fine in your hand. I mean, they feel solid and stuff. There's something very different about holding a dense hardwood wand. And let's see here. I'm gonna grab Neville's real quick, and I don't know if the microphone will be able to pick it up, but hopefully it will, because there's even a sound. There's even a different sound with the wood over resin, which to me just adds like an extra level of like authenticity and just a kind of a cool, like, you know, you're holding a genuine wood wand. All right, so here is Neville's wand. Okay, and this is from a company called the Noble Collection, and it's resin cast. Now, maybe you can. I'm gonna hold it next to the microphone, and I'm gonna kind of like rub the surface so that you can hear how it sounds. Hopefully, if the microphone picks it up, and then I'll grab one of these wood ones and do the same thing, and maybe you'll be able to hear the difference. So here is the resin cast one first. All right. Now, here is the wood one, and like I said, I will, rub on wood. I know, whatever, but like, just listen to the sound of this, and hopefully the microphone will be able to pick it up. I don't know if you were able to hear that or not, but so when you're handling them, do it with the same hand. There's even like just a difference of the sound that it makes, which to me, like, I don't think that necessarily is like a deal breaker. It's not like, oh, those suck, those resin cast replicas suck or whatever because they don't make the sound. I mean, who cares as far as that goes? Not who cares, but it's not like a huge deal. I just think that, like I said, knowing that it's genuine wood, and that I hope that the microphone's picking that up. It just adds an extra level of it helps to kind of bring you more into the fantasy, I guess. It brings you more into the world of the wizarding world. It really settles in the fact that you own a genuine wooden piece. And I don't know, for me, it's just that extra little thing that kind of makes it unique and cool. So I hope that you all, by the way, with this, I just used, what did I do? I think I just used like it's like a cone shaped Dremel bit to go in here and to get some of these angles on these sections. And of course, just kind of rotated it around. And I think I went back in also with a sanding drum head to get in there. And then I wood burnt it. And I think that I also did the clear coat seal and then went back in with like the black paint wash like I usually do, and then sealed it again. So it's, it's got a couple of coats of sealant on this protective polyurethane. So if you have any questions about any of the ones that I showed today that I didn't answer, like how I did it, or my approach, or if you happen to somehow be able to identify the wood that was used. I know it's not, in this form, maybe you're not going to be able to really tell the type of wood that's used here. I've seen snakewood, and in certain parts of this, I'm not saying that this is snakewood, but in certain parts of this, it almost has that kind of like snakewood look to it. I don't know. But again, if you have any questions about any of this stuff, comments, any of your own wands that you'd like to share, or even just sketches of wand ideas that you're not really sure how to approach and you want to ask, hey, how would you do this, or anything like that, you can send an email to vanderswands. I'll put the link in the description and in the video down below. And send a picture of your sketches or your own wand design to that, and put in the subject of the email, like wand design or something like that, or wand design review, wand review, something like that. And I'll take a look at those, and maybe I'll do a video once, if I receive enough of your designs and stuff like that, I'll do a video kind of reviewing them and discussing them, saying what I like about them, how you might improve them. If you haven't made them yet and they're just in sketch form, maybe talk about certain approaches that you could try if I have the idea for it. So that's it for this week. If you haven't done so already, hit subscribe, click the little bell. You'll stay up to date on future videos. I'm aiming for, like I said, one video a week showcasing. I'm aiming for, at the moment, 2 to 3 wands. We have a newborn that's on the way. We have a baby that's on the way. So that may slow things down a little bit, but hang in there. I'm not going anywhere. Even if I do end up having to kind of take a little bit of a pause on some of the stuff, or production just slows down to, posting a video every other week or something like that, I still do intend to continue doing these. So thank you again for tuning in, and see you next time.